All right, so your first practical exam is coming up. You're about to take it. It's online, and there's a few things I want to remind you about. First of all, make sure you read all of the directions from Honorlock, Canvas, and the college in terms of procedures and policies for online testing. You are obligated and have agreed to comply with all of those requirements, policies, and procedures in order to earn a score on your test. So I'm just going to highlight a few things. Make sure that your computer is in compliance with the requirements of Canvas and Honorlock. There are places in our Canvas course that you can go and verify that that's the case. Look in the Start Here module for that. Next, and most importantly, you have got to find a place to take your Honorlock exam that is appropriate for testing. So it needs to be a quiet room, no background noise, no people wandering around. You can't be sitting on a bed or a sofa. You need to be sitting at a table or a desk that's free of all other materials other than the single device that you're taking the assessment on. You are going to do a very slow and methodical scan of the room to ensure that you are complying with these requirements. That will be checked by Honorlock, but it will also be checked by your instructor. So instructors are required by the department and the college to view all Honorlock videos for each assessment. And if students are in violation of any of the identified testing procedures or policies, then it's an automatic 0 for that test grade, and it cannot be dropped or made up. So make sure you read that list of instructions and you're following that. Some common problems where students end up getting a 0 is they are not fully in view of the camera. So you can't be like this on the camera, all right? And you can't be like, I'm not tall enough, but you can't just be the bottom of your face. You should be this much in the camera while you're testing. All right, you need to be well lit. You can't be sitting in the dark. You can't be shadowed. You need to make sure there are not any extra devices anywhere near you, really in the room with you. So no gaming systems, no Apple Watches or other smartwatch devices, no tablets, no phones, no extra mice, no extra monitors, nothing at all except for the one device that you are using to take the test. And you need to prove that with that room scan. So if your room scan isn't done well enough for the instructor or Honorlock, either one, to be confident that you don't have any of those in the room, then your test will get a 0. So it's on you to show us that that's not the case, all right? You want to make sure that you're not talking out loud, because that makes it seem like maybe you're saying it out loud for a reason. So just read to yourself. It's okay if your lips move if you're that kind of person, but you don't want to be speaking out loud. And you want to make sure you don't have any notes or any materials like books or textbooks anywhere in your vicinity. Again, it's on you in the room scan to demonstrate that you do not have any violations of our testing procedures. You may be asked in the middle of testing to redo your room scan, so just be aware of that. So make sure however the room is at the beginning when you do your room scan, it remains that way throughout your testing. So again, just make sure you review all of the policies and procedures. Those are some of the common mistakes that students make. It pains my heart when I have to give you a 0 because you violated one of the required testing procedures, but I'm obligated to follow the rules that have been set up for me. You can recover from one of those 0s, but boy, you are really making it a lot harder for yourself. So you've got plenty of time to prepare for each practical exam. We give you lots of materials, including practice practicals, to help you get prepared for those practical exams. And then you have a window of time to take it. So you should always feel relatively ready to take the test. So there's no need to violate any of those testing procedures or policies. And the last thing is, if you're concerned about any of these issues, you can always call any of the testing centers on any campus, which are usually located in the library, and you can reserve a room and a college computer to take the test on. And then you don't have to worry about your computer not being in compliance or running into any issues, they become the college's problem, so it really protects you. So I highly recommend that. You do need to book those rooms at least a week in advance because you still have to take the assessment during the window. So if you wait too long and they don't have any availability, then you wouldn't be able to get the test in during that testing window. And again, there's no makeups or extensions for these online windowed assessments. All right. So hopefully that helps you understand what you're getting ready to do. And I wish you all the best. I know you can do great.